This is Hunt Nebraska, the official podcast for insight into Nebraska's hunting and shooting sports community. Be sure to give us a follow on Facebook, our space for sharing stories, information, tips, and techniques. Now, Hunt Nebraska.
Welcome into the Hunt Nebraska cabin and happy Halloween. Ooh. There it is.
Oh, you did find the button.
Yes, I can't reach the button here today. So instead, we kind of shuffled around a little bit. So we're all a couple of us are in different seats, but we're kind of moving around since we actually have 4 people in person in the studio. So we have a full house of in person. So it's just fun to have.
Do we really have assigned seats?
Yeah,
in
that's
here?
Yours. This is mine, Kyle, and then Rachel, but they flipped.
I don't believe in assigned seats. That's why I kicked Kyle out of this.
Yeah, I got kicked
Anarchy.
out. I was wondering how long it would last before somebody takes me off the mission control. Well, we're going to go around since some of us have moved spots so everybody knows who everybody is.
Our voices sound different. Our voices sound different when we change chairs.
It could. You guys all sound a lot louder to me when I moved.
It probably depends on if they've got us on surround sound, right?
Sure.
Because all of a sudden it's just like, wait a sec. Kyle's coming out of that left speaker now all of a sudden. That's not right.
Yes.
So, yeah. I'd say introductions.
Well, then you kick us off.
Okay. And then I want to end as well. Can I do that? Because I do have a question. I'm Hershy, Nebraska Game and Parks.
I'm Shelby, INC, National Wild Turkey Federation, and Nebraska Game and Parks Commission.
I'm Rachel Carlson, Nebraska Game and Parks.
And I'm Kyle Gasson with Nebraska Game and Parks. And back to you, Hershy.
I'm Hershy still, so I like to have the final word. But I do have a question. It is Halloween, and I noticed this when I sat down. I don't think anybody else did. I want to know what kind of bug it is sitting by Shelby right now.
What?
It's on the where we've got our little mission control, our sound box there. There's a bug hanging off the side of it. What is that? Is that like a grasshopper?
Oh my gosh, what is that?
I don't know.
I can't see it from here.
Yep, this is not from our view.
I think you need to grab it, Shelby.
No, I'm not touching that thing.
And pick it up and see what it is.
What is wrong with you?
That is a crispy cricket.
We won't know how crispy until you try a bite.
Oh my
I'm good. I had a
I
good
think
look.
Shelby could handle it. It was hanging out by Shelby's chair. That was her assigned seat.
I got to say, though, it didn't look like a cricket at first, did it, Shelby?
No,
it looked like a scorpion spider mix. It was
looked
upside
like a
down.
tarantula.
It was hanging upside down, belly first, towards you.
Disgusting. You planted that.
No, I didn't. It was just right there.
So
There's
for a bonus
reason.
question, Shelby, is this a male or a female cricket?
You think I want to look?
It's super obvious.
I don't know, male.
It's got the ovipositor, so it's a female.
What? You can. I am not a bug person.
I can't ID ducks, but I can ID some bugs.
Oh, there you go.
They're
So
learning.
it's official. It's a crispy
Female cricket.
cricket. Female.
Yep.
Because it's got the ovipositor.
Yep.
Okay. All right. We got to the bottom of that one real fast.
You know what I realized too, real quick? Hershey chose that spot, I think, for a reason.
He knew.
He maybe knew there was something going on over there.
I was told. Shelby's the one that said I got to sit here.
Okay.
I generally have.
Very good. Well, crickets and all, that's a fun intro. But
Spooky Halloween.
what also happened here over this last weekend, I know a lot of us were very busy out in the field. Some of us were even busy right here at the Turpin Outdoor Education Center this last weekend. So we had a lot going on. So Hershey, why don't you explain a little bit what you did on Sunday?
On Sunday? Okay, now we're doing the days backwards. So Sunday I was here, and it was the annual haunted hike and hunt. And I know they sometimes go by different names nowadays besides just hike and hunt. Mm-hmm. But I think that one's kind of stuck.
That one has stuck.
That one has stuck because it definitely had some kind of, I'd say spooky or eerie. I mean, it wasn't necessarily meant to be scary, but it had 14 different archery targets on their field course out there, inspired by the season and the imaginations of some of the Turpin staff. I know a few of them, like Caitlin and Keeley, and some of the others really had fun coming up with some creative ideas for the different stations. You had a pumpkin patch. I think you had an octopus hidden somewhere on the course and all that
Cool.
type of stuff. I was on the zombie range out by the big tower on the outdoor range, and we had all several different type of targets, all wrapped up as almost like mummies. Unlike one of the youngsters there thought, why is that deer wrapped up in toilet paper? It's like different thing and all that. But we had fun. Just under a couple hundred people showed up to that for the few hours that were out there, and thanks to all the volunteers to make that happen. Some in costumes. We saw a lot of archers. We saw some elves. We saw some wizards. We saw some, what else? We saw some Care Bears. We saw a lot of different things out there. So we had a lot of fun, a lot of sugar consumed, and a good day, even though it was kind of cloudy and it wasn't chilly, but this weekend was kind of gray. I mean, there was not a lot of difference between morning and afternoon on much of the Saturday, Sunday, and parts of Nebraska and around the Turpin Center. Wasn't any different, but that was a lot of fun. It kind of become a tradition for some, because several's, we need to ask them, hey, have you shot archery before? Because I was one of the first stations that they often stopped at after getting checked out in here and going through the orientation and stuff. And a lot of them said, oh yeah, I was here last year, or I've been at one of the cosmic archery events out here. So they kind of knew what was going on, but they were excited to go shoot some interesting seasonal targets.
Yes, I know the Turpin staff does a great job doing it, and I think they have a lot of fun doing it too. They all are pretty excited. Now, I know it's a long day, and Rachel, you've helped out many years with that event, so you know firsthand how much goes into it. So it's a lot of planning and organizing.
Yeah, it's a lot of prep work, a lot of kind of trying to figure out what's going on at each target. But, I mean, with the weather, you couldn't ask for better costume weather for that. That was perfect.
That it was. Well, if I was going to change one thing, and I don't know if I would or wouldn't, I would change the experience level of the person making the hot chocolate.
Oh.
Yeah, because we got some hot chocolate out there, which was tasty, but they don't quite understand how you have to stir it up. So if you wanted chocolate, you just used a spoon and scooped it off the bottom of the cup and then drank some of the water that was sitting on top of the cup. So as long as you were creative with how you consumed your hot chocolate, it was good. But otherwise, stir, baby, stir.
Well, speaking of kind of the jury weather, I know a lot of people were out Saturday enjoying that weather, going out walking through some fields, and I know.
Don't look at me.
Oh,
Saturday and Sunday, right?
Or Sunday.
Yeah.
Or
Go
even
Big
any
Red
day
on
throughout
Saturday.
the week.
Yeah,
So-
that was an exciting game you got to see. Was that your first Husker
It was
football
my first
game?
game.
You talk about one that had people biting their nails right at the end.
Oh, it was an experience. Lots of highs and lows from the fans.
Yeah, within a few minutes of each other. That was some interceptions, some turnover on downs, and then final. Phew, we made it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's football going on, but as many know, pheasant and quail and partridge season started off over the weekend. And I know we're working a little bit on our longest tail feather contest, and it looks like so far we have a leader.
Not her.
Wait a second, it's not me now.
No.
That's right. I forgot there was a second tail entered into the contest.
Oh,
Yeah, folks, I led for at least a few hours until someone else brought in a tail.
2?
Yeah, and then quickly unseated. But I've got another one. I'll bring one tomorrow.
so
I mean, the contest isn't closed till the season's closed, right?
Yes.
That's right. Which means sometime in February we have to make it official.
Yep.
We'll have to do like monthly updates of who
Okay.
standings are moving.
So-
Hershy's currly in second.
We'll do a
Kyle's pending.
pending. I think in my pending one's just going to go straight into third. I got the
I don't know. Hershy's was pretty short.
new birds.
second place. Top 2 right now.
So
Yeah,
we'll
just
see
don't
how
tell people how many tails have been entered, and it's all good.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Until
I'm coming in. I'll come
Get
and get
the
bronze.
details.
That's fine.
Just
I'll
wait.
take
I'm
bronze.
going to take Rachel out hunting. She's going to have the longest tail.
probably will. It'll be
Yep.
You'll be out there and the rooster will get up in front of Rachel and you'll be saying, "No, don't shoot yet. The tail's not up. Tail's not up. Nope, not. It's still in the grass. Still okay. Shoot it." Now it has to be you have to bring the whole bird. So if you shoot just the tail feathers off, you can't bring that in, right?
That was
I
not
still
my
think
plan.
that's pretty impressive. You can still shoot the tail feathers off.
I've seen it done more than
I
once.
know.
I've seen.
But we're just going after the feather at this point. You're not having us bring in though each leg and that too. We're going to make
Will a
us.
photo of the of the harvest suffice so that we can bring that tail feather in later?
Yeah, I think it'd probably be good. Get a photo and then bring the tail feather, and you don't have to bring the whole bird in.
Okay.
By any means. But I mean,
we'd be waiting 2 to 3 days to bring the bird in at that rate.
So very good. So we'll keep the world posted on our tail feather contest here.
How long was yours, Hershey?
Oh my goodness!
You're gonna put them on the spot now.
Well, I know it. So
30.
Oh.
30.
32?
I'm using metric here.
I was going to say, that sounds like centimeters.
Obviously, you know. What was it?
14 3/8.
14 3/8
inches.
Which led the whole office.
Until
for hours.
An hour ago.
Till someone decided to go out to her truck. And then
I went back home because I had to get the costume stuff.
Oh. Okay.
So then I pulled the tail feather.
Costumes. What's going on? No. Apparently. No. Well, that's actually a great way to get into this next part. With the theme of Halloween, we put a task out to each other on a kind of 2 different topics. Pretty much put out your thoughts on making a costume for something you kind of want to get more involved in or learn more about that you don't normally do for the most parts. So if you say you are not a deer hunter, how you dress up as what you think as the stereotypical deer hunter might look like. Or we overemphasize kind of what an facet of hunting is too. So I kind of have to make that in there for one of them. So
I was going to say, I'm going to start reading my emails more when it comes to these podcasts. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
But I just remember, hey, we're gonna have a Halloween podcast. So here we are.
And you approved. You showed up.
Add to that though.
Yeah, I think it's more of like getting people out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, someone picked you and is dressing you up in something you're not used to.
Yes.
At least that's how Rachel and I went.
And we'll see how it goes.
We went 3 different ways. Kyle's way, you guys' way, and then me just walking in just like,
what's my
what
costume?
do you got? Yeah.
Here's a costume for you.
I'm gonna put that clown suit away.
All right. Well, we're going to do some lovely studio magic so we can get us ready. So I'm going to give it 1 clap, and then we'll be back here in just a second.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And we're back.
The magic of video.
Wow, there's a lot of white going on over here.
There is a lot of whites.
I'm going to say, you might not be able to see that side at all.
And
everyone's adjusting their screen.
So we made it. We managed to get our costumes on.
Yeah, some of us can't move for a while.
I got 1 arm.
That would be She's got one thing going on.
And a boxing glove.
That's what she called it. It's a shooting glove. So we might need to go
really knock someone out with this, though. Like, if you miss your shot and you just swing.
It's a great way to get kicked out of the match if you don't want to shoot anymore.
So that's the tiebreaker right there. If you end up with the same score, everyone gets 1 punch with their gloved hand. And
that would certainly add a little bit of interest in the Olympics for that
wouldn't
sport.
it though?
Well, I think
the tiebreaker for this.
We should probably
I think we should start explaining a little bit so everyone knows what's going on.
Yes, I need an explanation.
Well, a couple weeks ago, we were sitting here in the podcast studio giggling, thinking about what it would take to dress someone else up in a costume that was outside of their comfort level. So I picked to dress Shelby up in a competition rifle shooter's outfit. And I almost got all of the Husker colors on her, but the shooting jacket is not quite there.
It's close.
So you might have to explain this before that one all falls apart. Sure. So Shelby is a shotgunner.
Yes.
And has taken, part in competition and the 3 big ones, right? Trap, skeet, sporting clays, all that good stuff. But haven't done a lot of rifle?
No.
No.
Kept handing her stuff. She's like, "What is this? And what is that?" But we'll go from like head to toe. We'll explain her gear.
All right.
Oh, boy.
So Shelby is sporting a lovely visor there to block the light from overhead so that she can see through her peep sights. She has a safety glasses that aren't the elaborate lens glasses that a lot of the competition shooters use, but she does have a obscure a blinder on her left eye, which is her non-dominant eye.
And that's offset. That's not right up against it. That can be out there a little, like a inch off your eye there.
It can be wherever it's comfortable for you.
You called it a blinder. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, she's able to see through it, though? What's the idea?
Oh, gosh, no.
No.
So you can see it's a little bit...
opaque?
Yes, it has a little bit of a glassing to it, so you can't see straight through it. And that's the point. You just want to not be able to have this eye take over your non-dominant eye. You want to keep it out of the game when you're looking through your sights.
Okay.
For most shooters. Some people can let that non-dominant eye it'll hang out and it won't try to take over. But for a lot of rifle shooters, it'll produce 2 pictures. And so if you can block that eye, that helps out a lot.
Which is interesting. If you ever really try to concentrate on something, it's actually kind of tiring.
It is.
I mean, one of the shotgunning classes I went through talked about, all right, you're pulling up to a stop sign. Don't look at the stop sign. Try to focus in on the bolts that are securing that stop sign. And after you've done that a few times, you'll feel, oh my goodness, my eyes are tired. And it really is. And then on the same side, on the shotgunning side, Shelby, I have heard some of the old shotgunners that skeet trap, whatever they're shooting, their dominant eye will get tired. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, their other eye starts taking over for them, which is kind of interesting. So that happens in the rifle because you're really concentrating in on that. Okay.
It's one less thing to think about. In my experience, when I've shot, I can do it if I'm thinking about it, but then I'm not thinking about any of the other things I should be thinking about when I'm trying to execute a shot.
Okay. So is the visor play into that? Because I know that's...
Yeah, it blocks off that overhead light from coming in over your peep sight, because those peep sights, there's a little aperture in the back and a little hole in the front, and then you're trying to look through that. It's not even necessarily a scope, because this is being used for air rifle, 22 rifle, and maybe some slightly higher power rifle for standing, kneeling, and prone positions.
All right. So we got the visor
so
and the
I
glasses.
think we got the head taken care of.
Mostly. And I was going to say the blinder is light for a reason, so that it doesn't make your pupils different sizes. If you have a dark blinder, then your pupil that is open, it will try to open up a little bit more and let too much light in that you can't see through your sights anymore.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a lot of thought. There's thought gone into it. But
there's tons of it. And we have the jacket.
Outside looking in.
We have pads for when she's putting her elbows down on the ground, and we have a pad in her shoulder to put the
when
rear.
She puts her shoulder down.
Yes, exactly. No, it's for the butt stock. And we have a pad behind her non-dominant arm shoulder for her sling, so that her sling doesn't dig into her arm too much. We didn't get you a sling, but that's okay.
Bums.
So this is for a right-handed shooter.
It is.
This
is
one here.
Yes, she's dressed like a right-handed shooter.
Which is what I am.
Mm-hmm. And that's why she has the glove. That's for that right or that left hand to hold that rifle, so that it stiffens up that wrist a little bit and makes it easier to keep that rifle steady. It also blocks that sling off a little bit. So you can hold it like this. You can also set the gun on the top of your fist like this.
That's what I would have done.
It depends on the height of your forearm.
When I first put this on, I was like, interesting.
Yeah, I bet so. You're not going to try that on the shotgun? You should try that.
Video to come.
Yeah, your next skeet round. Take it with you.
And then we have our lovely pants that also keep you in a nice steady position when you're doing any of your 3 positions, but especially standing. Keeps you standing there. If you're feeling tired and you're feeling a little wobbly, the pants will keep you stood up.
Facts. I don't doubt that one bit. There's a reason my legs are pretty straight.
Yep. And on camera, this may look a little offset, but they are offset for a reason. So her right knee is where her knee would bend, and it's to make good contact with the floor. And this one, her left knee, is so that she can put her elbow on her knee and lock it into place.
So the pants are left or right hand as well.
Yes.
Did not know that.
The shoes are left and right, but usually in a match set.
We need to go watch Rachel or something.
I don't have a lot of this gear. You need to watch the Nebraska rifle team.
Yeah, you don't move your feet too far.
So she got her little flat bottoms. Well, they were flat when we started.
Yeah,
for her shoes as well. They keep you nice and flat on the floor.
So in other words, right now, Shelby's not winning any foot races or getting away from anybody right now.
It's all about accuracy.
Yeah.
All
Hands
about
might disappear.
maintaining, reducing movements.
Yeah. I was going to say, one of the comments you made as you were getting this on with Rachel's help is, I can't move. And what was her response?
You're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to, yeah.
And then Hershey said the comment, and that is a shotgunner for you.
Yeah. Can I swing? Can I move? I can't get... Yeah. The targets don't move a lot in the rifle
I'm stuck.
competitions, but...
I feel like I'm in super glue.
That's again.
That's good, right?
That's the idea. Typically for rifle shooters, they will bring this outerwear to the line, so they'll have like an underlayer, and they will get dressed right on the line with this stuff and kind of just waddle up to their shooting spot.
I waddled to the seat, so it makes sense.
Yep, I can see it. So.
And sometimes you need a teammate to zip you in the rest of the way.
Can we enter Hershey?
Kayla McKay never told you about this. She did this at UNL.
So at times, not only is your coach there to help, provide some inspiration, but they might have to pick you off the floor or roll you around if you've got too good of
very possible.
setup.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, that's
funny.
Get your button undone. Yeah, you have a little on the newer coats. You have a little button closer so that you can actually hook your button and close your vest. Because otherwise, you can't do it with your hands.
because it's not enough.
Because you're T-Rex.
Yep. Because you're a T-Rex in there. Yep.
I feel like this was the most elaborate outfit. Just saying.
Well, I think so.
Hershey's
And folks, Rachel tailored some of this.
Yes.
This very morning.
Yes. Yeah.
And I didn't realize how creative rifle people could be, to be quite honest with you. So sometimes not only do they bring their clothes to the competition line, sometimes they have to find banners and curtains and everything else on their walk up to say, I could use those for a pair of pants.
There you go.
Oh, I can attach
You know
those to my
what this
bottom of my
reminds
shoes.
me of is that Turkish guy that showed up with like nothing. It's like you're showing up with banners instead of the fancy suit. Just saying.
Hey, he did awesome.
Exactly. That's what I'm
It
saying.
goes to show that there's folks that like live and die by all the fancy equipment, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to get you a gold medal if you don't have the skills to back it up with.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Practice,
All right.
practice.
So later on, we should probably end this video with Shelby taking some rifle shots in the prone position. She's ready to go prone, right? Or she could go like you
She could
said,
go any of
kneeling down. And, yeah,
We could button up her jacket.
I really want to see Shelby try to kneel in that right now.
this might be another magic of editing right here.
bust open right there.
Oh no.
Well, that is pretty impressive, and a lot of thought goes into that. It looks like that's.
Well, hey, I mean, if you want to see more of this, I'd highly suggest following the Nebraska Rifle social media. They are doing awesome right now.
Oh, there you
They
go.
just shot. They've had 2 program record highs in the last couple of weeks for top scores. They beat both of their opponents this last weekend, and one of their shooters had a perfect 600 score for air rifle.
Dang.
They are doing awesome out there. So if you're a fan of Nebraska sports and you need something in addition to football's doing great, but if you need something in addition, look at the Nebraska Rifle
Might have
team.
to get them on the.
Then you'll understand
I
how
don't
this
know.
gear works.
I think that team might give you less, like strokes than the football team might.
This year, previous years, meh.
I don't know. You should have to show up wearing all that. That's a little bit of a gets pretty hot in there, I'm sure.
Can't be any worse than football pads.
Do you shoot outside?
No. It's an
That's
air
simple.
conditioner.
Air conditioning control.
Like, see,
Okay.
you're good.
All right.
Look at this outfit.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is not an outside outfit.
All right. Well, do we want to go back the other way? Rachel did a good job describing everything here for Shelby. Now, Shelby, I think you took a heavy hand in helping dress out Rachel. Is that correct?
A little bit.
I feel like
The top
like
half.
$1 million.
Yeah, she looks like she just came out of the field.
Yes.
She's got a little mud too to
She
go.
Does have the
Yeah.
mud on her boots.
I did the mud on my own, actually.
Oh,
I made her go scout
okay.
this morning, and she dipped it into the mud.
For a little authenticity.
Realism.
Yeah, so Rachel supplied the bottom half. The top half is supplied by me. So that's Marsh, so Real Tree Max 7. The shirt and then the vest, and then she's got her hat supported by Delta Waterfowl, who runs a university hunting program, if you didn't know.
There you go.
But yeah, she's a waterfowl hunter, which is why she's got a lanyard full of different calls. Don't ask her to use them.
Nope. Or what they are.
And
They're
then
green.
there's 2.
They are green. What are they?
Yeah, you can see I have a theme on my lanyard.
Yeah.
Green or black.
Yeah.
That's it. So you got your goose call.
Is that what this one is?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's going to be pintail, widgeon, gadwall. And then that is going to be your drake. Nope. That's going to be mallard. And then that's going to be your wood duck or drake, mallard, dweeb. And then I have 2 bands on there.
I know, but you kind of hid those away.
Yeah.
I have to
It's
find the
under.
bands again.
The bands are on top, so
Oh, right here,
evidently
right there.
enough. The right one would be a Ross's goose. It actually
Ooh.
came from Nunavut, Canada. It was only a year old. He had a very short life, but he was pretty cool. Yeah, I shot that one in Missouri, and then the left one that she's looking at right now is a Drake mallard that was 7 years old, banded in Iowa, evidently enough, and then I shot that one in South Dakota.
Very nice. And not only do we have, all the clothing on, but we also got to mask the face too, right?
Yeah, and she's got a little friend peeking behind her, if you haven't noticed that yet. Wondering what she's got going on.
It works so well that it's already attracting the geese.
Yes.
Exactly. She's
I feel
ready.
like a very mighty waterfowl hunter.
So
I
that-
already
is
have
this-
Stuart here to accompany me.
Does
Yes.
this mean that you haven't done a lot of waterfowl hunting?
That is correct.
Okay. And it's something that maybe now, because I don't know if we convince Shelby to try rifle shooting
Not
with
after
this
this.
setup,
I
but
don't know if I could have a different outfit, maybe.
maybe.
Like, no outfit? Can I just, like, freehand it like the Turkish guy?
Yeah, we can put you in a sporter class, which you don't have nearly as much equipment on that versus
Oh,
precision.
she's, like, planning to put me in some competition and told me to wing it.
Wing it.
She's like, you
So-
got it.
So you said sporting class. What class would she be eligible for now?
precision.
Precision.
Oh, boy. I could do it. Throw me in there.
I got
Put me in,
faith
coach.
ya.
Exactly. So the worst that happens, we lose.
Exactly right. all you got to do, it's super simple. All you got to do
Put the
is
crosshairs
at
on the
50
dot.
feet away, shoot the tiny tops of the pinheads at, with a 22 bullet. You'll be fine.
Piece of cake.
Yeah.
Piece of cake. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. That's why so many people shoot perfect scores.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So this outfit here, you might be inspired more to go duck hunting. Though. I'm guessing that's not other than we're indoors and you've got some layers on there. It's got to
Yeah.
be kind of comfortable.
It is. The shirt is amazing.
DSG.
It's very
women's
comfortable.
clothing.
I love this. I think I
Just
might have to go find one of these.
On sale.
But yes, I'm totally willing to go with somebody and help them haul out their decoys. I just don't have a lot of stuff, so I'll just be like your assistant.
Yeah, we're working on it.
You can kind of add to it because you probably like the calls. Shelby, you probably didn't buy all those at one time, right?
No.
Which one did you buy first?
My dad gave me the Black Ducks Unlimited one
Okay.
when I was younger, and then I got the Dweeb.
Is that this one?
Yeah, and then I bought the Goose Call, and then I bought the Pintail.
So
So-
over time, you just add a little bit more, add a little bit
Yeah.
more. Now, have you had to change any of those out? Have you got any calls that you don't put on there anymore?
Nope.
That'll be the next one. So when you buy another one, is there another space or you got to get a different lanyard?
No, I'll probably switch out the that call
The duck.
with
okay,
a
no,
the Preacher from CNS, which is where that Goose Call came from.
She just has these all nice on here, so you can just clip them on and off.
Oh, nice.
My sister bought me that lanyard for my birthday like 5 years ago.
Cool.
That's
Oh.
pretty good. But you can't use those calls, is what you're saying?
No, I do.
No.
She doesn't want my
Oh,
spit on.
Rachel doesn't want
yeah, that's my, yeah, no.
Well, just blow from a distance. Just your spit. Just your spit.
I'm good. I should probably practice with a goose call.
Those are pretty
Before.
cheap. Other than the Goose Call, those are all pretty cheap, like reasonable priced in my opinion.
Well, and what I like, and there's a lot of different mallard calls and all that type of stuff, but those other calls, and I think one surprising fact for a lot of non-duck hunters is how many ducks don't quack. But they make all
hilarious.
those different noises. We just always, that's what we grew up. What does a cow say? Moo. What does a duck say? Quack. Well, there's only a few ducks that kind of do
One.
that. And and now nice that she's one of the more vocal of the whole group, and mallards are one of the most numerous. But at the same token, they whistle, they tweet, they Twitter, they do all sorts of fun stuff.
yeah.
But
Wood ducks whistle. That's always fun in the timbers. And then all widgeon and gadwall or pintails whistle.
which is kind of hard until you're out there in the marsh and hear it. It's not quite as loud as some of the others,
It's
but
different.
it's really neat.
It's different patterns of whistling. And then when I hear a teal, so like a blue-winged teal, it reminds me of a sharp-tailed grouse. Now that I've ever heard a sharp-tailed grouse, it's a joker laugh is what I
Yeah.
think of it as.
Yeah, blue-winged teal do laugh.
They do. They laugh at you a lot.
They not just me in particular.
No.
She said
Just
everybody.
just like
but,
hunters in general.
But also
social
Hershey.
duck.
Yeah.
But also Hershey, yes.
Yeah, when Hershey
Well, that's pretty
misses
good.
and he's like, no. And they're like,
So I will say the two things that you guys have in common is competitive rifle shooting at certain classes has a lot of gear that you can get into.
yeah.
Waterfowl is probably one of those hunting pursuits that if you want to, you can have a lot of gear
Oh, this isn't
as
even
well. I mean, that's just on her.
25%.
Yeah, I don't even have the sled full of decoys to
decoys,
bring with me.
Yeah, that's right. Because as soon as you buy decoys,
Marshy.
then you realize, okay, I need a way to rig those decoys so they don't float away, or I need to stake them out, or whatever it is. And then you didn't bring the dog. That's part of the process as well.
Well, I didn't provide her
blinds.
with a shot or with a rifle, and she didn't get me a shotgun either. So
Well, I could get you a dog. Someone's gonna have to go get her, but
Yeah, I can't move. Come here, girl.
Open the door.
So
Continuing on with waterfowl, though. Now,
Yeah.
Hershey, you're nice and bright over there, kind of similar to me.
I was completely confused by the assignment in this, but luckily you guys were covering my back and found out one thing that I have not done a lot of is snow goose hunting.
That's right.
And I think they wanted me in this hazmat suit, but two, I think that it could double as a snow goose outfit. Now I have done a little bit of goose hunting. Has anyone else done snow goose hunting?
Yeah.
A little bit. And here in Nebraska, we get them to migrate in the fall, but probably more often than not, when we think of snow geese, it's now that spring conservation order when they really seem to fly through here and maybe spend some time depending on weather. And I have had some fun with that. Very little fun because snow geese are just mean and cruel critters by nature. Never have I. Well, think about this. Here's a question I have for you. What other animal that we pursue, that we hunt, whatever, that when you see more and more and more of them, do you feel like your chances of being successful harvesting them go down and down and down? If you see a bunch of deer, you're thinking, I might get a shot at a deer.
Yep.
If you're going pheasant hunting like we did this last weekend, the more pheasants you see, I'm going to get something.
Better you feel.
Snow geese, just like, oh, there's some snow geese. I might get some of those. Then you see more snow geese and it's like, and then you see like thousands, like hundreds of thousands, and you're thinking there's not a chance. There's going to have to be a dumb
need
one
more
or two
decoys.
disappearing. Yeah.
And why is that? For somebody who's never done it.
Because they're mean and cruel.
Safety in
Is that
numbers.
the only
Yeah,
explanation?
safety. They just want to
Safety
be
in
together.
Safety in numbers, and they move. So where one goes, they all go. And so essentially it's one flock instead of a bunch of little flocks.
unless they're young and dumb, then
Yeah.
they'll decoy like a champ.
So they won't come over to your decoys, so they're just kind of stuck where they're at unless you can
They
sneak up
kind
on
of
them.
just
And
like pick a field and they all
If you
go
think
there.
about
Yes.
it, I know at one time the average snow goose age, and we should have ask John McKinney, our waterfowl program manager, if this has changed. At one time, the average age of a snow goose was around 9 years old. Which, talking about the young ones, like you said, with some of those, they're a little bit more gullible. They haven't seen all the things. They haven't been alive that long, so they haven't completely learned. But you also add in the fact that snow geese are probably the one waterfowl that gets hunted from where, just after they nest, if you will, where they start staging to start their fall migration. And in a lot of places get hunted all the way on the flight south. And then as they come back north during that spring conservation order, they're probably the waterfowl species that gets hunted the most, or you have more days to hunt them than you don't for the most part. And so if you think of those hundreds of days and that over that many years, you realize they know how to spoil a hunter. They know how to foil us, not necessarily spoil us. And so they get used to it. There's not a lot of things that they fall for, and they move in such big flocks that sometimes I think, generally speaking, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, the waterfowl hunters in here, when I go duck hunting or goose hunting, I want to have a little bit more decoys out than what I expect the flock sizes to be. If I'm on a small puddle and I expect the ducks to come in 2s and 3s, I might have a dozen decoys out or a couple dozen decoys out. If I expect a flock of, a couple hundred Canadas using a field, I might have a whole bunch. I might have 150 goose decoys out or something. But when you're talking snow geese flying around in tens of thousands and all that, I don't have enough decoys. And I think sometimes they see, all right, there's a bunch down there, and they're greedy too. And they might, we're just going to go over here and feed, because you get to a certain spot and the food's got to be hard to come by if you've got so many thousands of geese there, but this field's open. So anyway, they're just a challenge, and they can bust you pretty good. And that the way they come in up high, they can really keep a lot of eyeballs on you, and it's hard. It's definitely a trophy to bring those adult birds down and see that cyclone, that tornado as they come down, and it's definitely worth it. But it's a lot of work. It's kind of a lot of frustration of, oh, they're coming, and they're gone type thing. Oh, they're coming, no, they're gone until finally it happens. And when it does, enjoy it. But you can see I'm in all whites.
Yes.
Top to bottom. And these are probably good because it's also kind of muddy in the springtime. You're looking for those winds from the south, warm days that get those birds moving farther north. But this way I can lay right out in the decoys.
Yeah.
I've become a goose.
Right out there with the snow.
Now, I stole some of Shelby's face paint that you were using on Rachel. But see, now she's camouflaged, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And me as a goose hunter, sometimes you want to look like a goose's butt as you're sitting there because you got the wind at your back and they've got to land in the wind, and you kind of, you don't want the shiny face, but you kind of have to look like a goose's butt so that when you're looking around, that's what they're used to seeing as they're landing, right? So I went with a little dark color here. I'm not sure this is my true interpretation of a snow goose butt. However,
I'm picking this up clearly with everybody else, right? He said he's painting his face to look like a goose's butt, right?
That's what I heard too.
All right, good.
That's what was relayed.
that's right. You got to outthink those snow geese.
Well, you could put the hood over your head.
That's what I said.
we
He
do.
does
We
have
got-
a hood, which should be tough with a.
I'm going to say it does
should
not have
stretch.
eyeballs.
It goes over
Oh,
There you
our
go.
masks and everything.
Now, if I was a true hunter, you'd put little googly eyes right on there so you could a little beak out the back, and that way when you're moving around, it looks like a goose
Take notes, people.
looking. Yeah,
He's got experience.
That's
all the
right.
geese looking side at it, like, I think there's something wrong with that one.
You got to get the big googly eyes, though.
the big
Yeah,
because
really big ones.
I'm a big snow goose. It's got to be proportional.
Oh no!
I think the other thing about snow goose hunters, a lot of them buy the wind socks because
Yes.
most
Yes.
people have like 500 decoys out.
Yes. You go set up hundreds and hundreds of
It
wind
is
socks.
insane. No thanks. Kudos to all people
Yes.
that do that.
Well,
There's a lot of groups.
Yes,
So when I was
kudos.
the CO checking people, they would bring out two
Yeah.
enclosed trailers full of stuff to go hunting that one evening, then pack it all back up when they're done.
It's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
and my brother and I have been caught by this. The one time that he got into it and I tagged along one time is we went out in the morning and got all that. Like you said, we had some rags, a lot of shells, full bodies. We got, I don't know, for us was a lot for two people. And he spent the most of the time working on it and getting in there. What we didn't think about was we went from a nice chilly, 28 degree morning or something like that to all of a sudden 50, 55 degrees. I mean, it warmed up quite a bit. Once we got done, decided, yeah, we're not shooting any geese today. The field had thawed. And we got, I don't know how many 100 decoys out there, and we can't drive in to get those decoys anymore. So we had to take at least 2 full trips, maybe 2.5 trips to grab all those shells and kind of pack them under our arms and walk them out through mud and muck and all that. And that was challenging. Now, to do it again, we'd probably just leave them out, let it freeze that night. And
That's
and
what I
go
said,
grab
you
them in the
know,
middle.
You can't pull them out.
I don't remember if that was an option or not, but it was just kind of like, it was cool. And we saw a heck of a show. Some snow geese, but a lot of speckled bellies or white fronts, pintails, mallards. They were swirling around within shotgun range, and just neat seeing the world go by. But once we realized this is going to be several hours work, pulling all these decoys by ourselves and then humping them out of the field, the fun level went down pretty fast. So.
But it's worth the effort, right?
What's that?
To get those birds, it's worth the work.
If you get the birds.
Yeah, I was going to say there might be easier ways to have fun, folks. That's all I'm going to say right now is if
little more
you're a
planning ahead
snow
of time
goose
will help
hunter,
out.
you're a little bit sadistic to begin with, but two, there might be other things. And I think, like you guys said, that's why there's some good guides and outfitters, reputable folks that have those hundreds of decoys. I think we talked to somebody in Iowa recently, and like you said, I think they got like 1,000 full bodies and 1,000 shells, and I don't know how many thousand other bag type decoys. But it's labor, it really is. We'll see.
Gotta want it, I guess.
Yeah. Now, on the
Gotta love
opposite
it.
scale of the color spectrum, you might be the brightest one in here.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for everybody else. I feel like everybody else kind of like squint and look at me a little bit. I might be a little bright.
Yeah.
So, but no, to be honest, this has been kind of a joke going on for a little while that me being in my role as the hunter ed coordinator for the state, and I'm a big proprietor for, let's all wear hunter orange, let's be safe, no hunting incidents.
Yeah.
Well, the more we talk about, the more and more that I think people kept saying, well, you need to wear more orange. And, we also had the conversation, would you rather, wear camo year round or orange? And I chose the orange, not knowing that eventually that's going to come back to where I'm now in full orange drab with my tuxedo look here.
I was going to say, I
you
think
wear that
the
out?
words orange tuxedo started getting thrown around here a couple of months ago. It was like, Kyle needs an orange tuxedo when he's talking about Hunter Orange. And here we are.
And so if anybody's seen the movie Dumb and Dumber, I look like Lloyd, the full orange getup.
It is quite glorious. I mean, pull up the YouTube if you can, because, the outfits here are stellar.
So I'm the big proponent of, maybe not what I would actually wear to go hunting. Of course, now it might be worth a
I think he
challenge at
needs to wear
some
that.
year.
Once with the
Yeah.
GoPro once.
I think that we're probably seeing a little bit of, I might guess, Shelby's waterfowl wardrobe that she's going to be wearing here in the coming days. Your outfit might be one we see you in again sometime soon, because I can see that we need to celebrate Blaze Orange here as we enter. We're in bird season.
Yep.
One of the favorite colors to wear is Blaze Orange.
Highly encouraged.
Hunter Orange, and then deer season's right around the corner, and that is a popular color and required.
And I think this would definitely meets the statutory requirement. I got
400 square inches.
head, chest, and back,
he's
and
there.
I don't know if I even have 400 square inches on my body that's not covered in orange.
I don't know. Your shoes are black.
I did mention that I might need to get some orange booties or something like that,
Spray
or some orange
paint.
shoes.
So
We got spray paint in the back.
I think we're making an assumption that that's 400 square inches. I think we need to play a game of how many square inches of Hunter Orange is Kyle actually wearing.
Ooh, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, we could include, we could have some people comment, and maybe we've got like a Nebraska land prize package we have, a Hunt Nebraska prize package, to figure out how many square inches Kyle is wearing.
And now I know I'm going to be out here with a tape measure, measuring out like, okay, I have this many
I don't know how,
here.
but we'll come up
I don't
with
know
a
how you're
number.
going to count this hat. Good luck with that one here.
Well, it's a good thing that hat fits.
It's a little like, I had to laugh. It's like, it goes over my, usually you have your ears catch it. It just goes right on top of the ears.
goes-
It keeps going straight on to, like, till
Get
the
it as
forward.
low as possible.
For now, I'm just going to take a little nap the rest of the day.
Well,
No one will know.
We'll have to see if the packaging states how many square inches that approximately is of costume. But we'll have to measure right after this and see if
yeah, I was going to say, it won't be in this podcast. It
Don't
might
call
be
us.
later on. But you also got a haircut recently, which probably if you had, more hair, it might sit a little higher on. Yeah, it's kind of slick on the side.
No way. It just moved.
Might have to put an extra band
I
in
can
there
just
to
see
get
this
to
when
sit
the
right.
wind picks up. It's flying across. But yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we just
chin
need.
strap. That'll look great on
Chain
that.
strap on it. I just need to rework my bow tie here. I know it looks official, like I did it myself, but it is rubber band, so I could just the bow tie to tie it down
Oh,
onto
yeah.
me. There we go.
We are going to
Bow
need
tie.
a photo of you with a deer rifle being checked by a conservation officer.
Oh my God.
In that sometime, I really think that.
So I have to bring this with me deer hunting. Depending on the weather, I'll take it out hunting, and then if I get a deer, I'm going to call up one of the local COs or call this
Help.
Krenicki or somebody along those lines, or
You can't tell them what
Just
you're
show up
wearing,
to a
though.
check station with that on.
You cannot tell them what you're wearing. You just have to be surprised.
I feel like a Nebraska land photographer just going to randomly show up too and just take my picture of what's going on.
Speed dial. Hey, he's right here.
And then I remove my location status from all you guys during hunting season.
He's right there. Go check it right now.
Go get him.
You can't miss him.
Yeah, I know you can't either.
I go hide in the bushes. Look for the orange.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be pretty easy. You're gonna see Kyle walking through the woods. Yep, he's at a stand. Okay, now he's getting down back to his truck. All right,
Well-
now he's driving. Oh, now he's stopping at Casey's. They're gonna be able to see you buying a donut inside
With the blinders
without
closed.
ever moving. Yeah.
But to be honest, I would feel a lot safer wearing this during the public walk onto public land on opening morning.
Facts.
Yep.
I would
Nice
too.
bright orange. You're seen everywhere.
Somehow we're gonna have to work that in too. I see a lot of potential with this outfit.
Oh, yeah,
don't you
it's great.
guys?
It's already been brought up at maybe potentially not only our state conferences or division meetings,
yeah.
but it's also been brought up at national conferences and out to show up in this. So
no,
Oh, absolutely.
No, I
You
think-
would be the cover.
Yeah, I think just a couple parking lot random appearances at some of our wildlife management areas. I'd like to talk to you about deer hunting safety as they're walking out in the field. And
So now I love all our COs, and they love our lovely green pants, gray shirt. But wouldn't it be fun if one of them actually took this out for a spin and just run the full hunter orange, check out hunters?
My gosh.
there's probably a few of them that would take you up on that opportunity.
No, see, I know some
I'd have to
have special
make-
handcuffs. They spray paint their handcuffs pink, so make all the people who they arrest who are think they're all big and tough have to wear pink handcuffs into the jail.
That's funny.
I've never heard of that
Yeah.
before.
So I've heard of some stuff like
Psychological
that.
here. Yeah, but I think you're gonna have to clear it with the bosses over there in law enforcement
Yep.
to see. Hey, can we just try
one
something
day.
different there?
I can see it now. It's like, no, but you could do a ride along.
Yeah, that's right.
Just imagine a CO and then Kyle hops out the passenger side. Like, is this serious or?
Just looking for all the cameras. They're like, where's the cameras at?
Exactly. That's where I was going. It's just like, am I on TV?
Northwoods Law is going to be calling, hey, we want to run your segment we heard about wearing a full orange tuxedo while checking hunters.
Kyle's gonna be busy.
Every
wasn't busy
every
in the
check
morning.
station has to have a tuxedo in place there.
Oh, there you go. There you go. We have to draw the lines at grocery store openings. We're not going to be getting into ribbon cuttings or anything like that.
So, but no, reminder, wear your hunter orange throughout all your hunting season to be safe.
A very bright and vivid reminder. Right? Yeah.
And you can never wear too much.
Yeah, Uncle Blaze right there. Uncle Blaze wants you to wear your hunter orange.
Can we please make a sign of that?
We want you to wear hunter orange.
All right, we're screen capping that and putting it on the poster.
I was going to say, yep, there we go.
All right. Well, this is a lot of fun. Anybody else has any cool hunting themed costumes this season? Don't be
Yeah.
afraid to put it down below. Or even if you have your kids dressing up, I see a lot of hunters every year. Some little conservation officers running around. Sometimes some deer running around. It's some kids dress up as a deer running around. So there's lots of cool costumes. So anybody, my favorite one was a kid being pulled around in his wagon. The outfits are like a duck blind. And then he had a little pop gun in the
Can
back.
we do that for Ruby?
That would be no. She's already got a costume on, and I had very little say in what it was. So
And it's not a bunch of stickers from rolling around out in the field.
Or the big mud puddle she rolled around in the other day.
boy,
Spotted.
yeah, no, we'll see how long this lasts. So
But yeah, so make sure to post any pictures of those or how you did this last weekend on the opening weekend of upland season. So it was a lot of fun. A lot of birds were being shot. A lot of people were having a good time. So, but no. And how about we do one little poll too? We got to see which costume people liked the most.
Oh boy.
We maybe get some votes in here.
Wait, what's
Do
our
you
votes
want
in here?
Oh, I don't think
Do we need to do close our eyes and choose what it is, or
And then
mean-
nobody looks at the video.
even if I close my eyelid, I'm going to see you. It's just
that
too
arm way
bright.
up there?
Yeah, it's too
I think
bright.
we're all
reflection
gonna
on
agree
her.
that Kyle's is pretty hard to beat.
It is.
Kyle's pretty,
It
but
is.
yours,
I don't know,
for
Rich, shall we-
practicality right there.
especially knowing how much work Rachel put into it.
Oh my gosh, this was a lot
especially
of
this
work.
all of
morning.
20 minutes to sew together those pants with duct tape. Yeah, that was pretty tough.
Hey, we had to do some TLC on them though.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Well,
going in the trash right
They're
after this.
custom.
Oh, I know.
They're part of them are custom because you had to have the knee pad by the knee. You had to have the is that like a thigh pad? What is that for?
Yeah, it's for your elbow.
Bye. Were you
Yeah,
not
that had to be
listening?
custom
Nope.
as
Yep.
well. So,
Craft
All right.
foam and hot glue.
oh, there you go.
Very good. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up there. We're starting to talk in circles again. So, but no, thank you all here for listening to us. Hopefully you had a good time enjoying all our costumes. Make sure you enjoy a safe and happy Halloween, and we'll see you outdoors.
Hunt Nebraska, brought to you by your Nebraska Game and Parks Commission.